Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Make the Music, and you probably noticed that I have changed my channel name, and we're going to be taking a little bit of a different direction with this channel moving forward. I know I've been basically doing guitar match tone videos and stuff like that, which is great. I hope to keep doing that, but what I would really want to branch out into and really look into is I want to make the music the number one stop, the number one shop on YouTube or on the internet to learn how to write, record, and create your own music inside your DAW. Just to release for your listening for yourself or your family, or if you want to do it as a profession or create something that's professional. I really want to make this the number one place to do that. What I find on the internet right now is there's a lot of advice. It's a lot of disjointed advice, and they actually skip quite a few rudimentary steps that I had to sort of discover on my own to start creating the music that I wanted, that I heard in my head, because that's what we're trying to do. We probably have a track idea in our head. We're trying to get it out. We're trying to get it out in the DAW, but we find that process to be incredibly difficult. And so a lot of the resources out there, they skip over a number of steps, including, what sort of sound design do I need to do to start getting good sounds for my songs? How do I become a good songwriter? How do I create better arrangements? How do I find good tones that work for my songs and things like that? They tend to overlook those things and look more into just, well, here's the very specifics of EQing this thing, or you just need this one plugin for your guitars or whatever. There's not really a comprehensive approach, and they're not really exploring many different genres. Usually the channel explores maybe one genre. There seems to be an oversaturation of either you create pop music or you create metal is what the most recording advice is on. I really want to explore all the different genres that we can look at here, because we can learn about how to record music from all the genres that are currently being released and even older music that's been released before. So I'm excited to look at those, but what I basically want to do is make this the number one resource for helping you create your own music. So if you're starting from scratch, this is the place to go, where you're going to learn about songwriting, you're going to learn about arrangement, you're going to learn about creating your own songs, recording your own tracks, troubleshooting during the recording process, utilizing your room to the best of your ability, producing your tracks properly, songwriting better, learning how to create more intriguing songs and intriguing tracks in that sense, and then learning how to then take all those tracks that we've created, mix it down. How do we get a good mix? What really makes a good mix? Some of the tools and tricks to help us get us a good mix fast without spending hours and hours and hours on our mixes. And then how do we actually master a track, and some of the secrets behind that no one is sharing, that many device on the internet is going to give you masters that are either too quiet or it's not proper for the streaming service you want to put it out on. And these are all things I had to discover on my own. They took me years of time. So instead of you having to struggle like that, I'm just going to share it on here and share all the experience I've had. I've released 6-7 records on my own. They sound pretty good. I've helped produce other artists and things like that. So am I the best producer in the world? Absolutely not. But do I know the common struggles that people have when they're recording their music and trying to get something that's close to professional, something that they could stream to their friends or family or whoever and go, wow, that sounds really good. I've had tracks that people have listened to and gone, oh, where did you record that at? And you tell them, well, I did it myself. And it's a really nice, self-fulfilling way. You feel very empowered when you can record your own stuff. You don't need to rely on other people to produce your tracks. It's very expensive, time consuming, and that's another part of what this channel is going to be about, is finding affordable gear that is good, that you can utilize in your tracks, in your recording process, finding affordable plugins. I'm going to have a guide out soon that's just going to be pure free plugins to help you get started with your recording. You can get great sounds with free stuff, guys, and I'm putting together a guide that's going to be completely comprehensive. And the same thing with gear. You do need some gear to start recording. You don't have to drop $5,000 on a studio. You don't really even have to drop $1,000 on your studio. Over the course of time, my studio has gotten bigger and more expensive just because I really love it and I love investing in it. But you don't need to do that to get good recordings. Some of my best albums, my best work came from a much cheaper setup than this. So it's really about how well you know your gear, how well you can utilize your gear in the recording process, and how well you understand the songwriting, the arrangement process, and really tone design and shaping is what's going to help that track come out good sonically. Now, another thing that we're going to do on this channel is we're really going to look at songwriting and song breakdowns in depth. So I'm going to break down great tracks from the past that are coming out now, see if we can learn something from them. Even if you don't like a ton of modern music or you don't like a ton of music from the past, there's always something you can learn and implement in your own tracks and your own productions to make them more interesting or better. And so we're going to take a look at those aspects. There are aspects from the songwriting aspect. We will get into even a little bit of music theory, because believe it or not, it does help you improve your arrangements and songwriting. It's not saying that you have to know music theory to write a great song. You absolutely don't. But for someone who maybe it doesn't come natural to them, you don't have the best, natural born ear in the world, learning a little bit about music theory, a little bit about how you can use that in your songwriting process is going to go, it's going to pay dividends when it comes to creating your track, because your track is just at the bare bones going to be more interesting, and you don't have to layer all this production to make it sound interesting. It's just a really good song, and the production just takes it to the next level. But all these things feed into creating a great track that you feel like you can put on a streaming service that someone can hit play on. It sounds at the right volume. It's EQ'd well. It fits well. It's a great song. And then you mixed it well and recorded the tracks well to get it to sound great. So that's the mission of this channel. I'm really excited to start doing this. I wanted to start doing this for a while. I really do love the tone video stuff. I don't know if we're going to have as much of that, because I really want to help people, give people a resource to go to get reliable advice, one that's not going to make you break the bank, and one that's going to help you skip all these really difficult intermediate steps and really show you each step of the process, not gloss over anything. Like from the very bare bones of the songwriting to very, thinking about what key it's in, what's the arrangement, it's tone shaping, how do we do it, what samples am I using specifically, and why. Really getting into everything in the process without overwhelming you, but giving you a good idea of what it looks like, and it's going to help you learn to create great tracks as well. So I'm really excited for the new direction of this channel. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see a certain kind of video. I'm working on a song breakdown right now. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to be looking at all different genres, guys. It's going to be great. I'm very excited about this. So like I said, leave a comment for a video you'd like to see. I'll have that free plugin guide and free gear guide out soon. I'll get that to you guys soon. But other than that, keep making the music, and I'll see you guys next time.